Yes, guys, welcome back to another video on the channel, and this is your Barcelona versus Real Madrid review. Copa del Rey final, Barcelona 3, Real Madrid 2. We will be going over the referee decisions, penalties, offsides, the goals, everything. This is your first review for a non-Chelsea match. If you guys enjoy, smack a like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and let's get right into it. Now, obviously, this was a big final. This was to give Real Madrid their first piece of silverware this season, and this was to give Barcelona a chance of a quad, with that being the league, the UCL, the Copa del Rey, which they now won, and the Supercopa, which they then won. They can win the quad this season. They are 2 trophies away from a quad, 1 trophy away from a treble, 1 trophy away from a domestic treble. If I'm right about that. Domestic treble, 1 trophy. An actual treble, 2 trophies with La Liga and UCL still to go. Real Madrid turned up and didn't turn up. But Mbappe scored a free kick today. That should be the main topic, but that seemed cringe when there's a whole game to talk about, so I'm not going to focus on that. Now, this game kicked off at 10 p.m. for me. Well, 9 p.m. It's finished at 12 a.m. because of extra time. So, realistically, I had to get this one out late. So, sorry if it came out at stupid time for you. Okay, I'm basing it off when it ended for me to then instantly record. But Pedri opened the scoring. Lovely strike. Past Courtois. Mbappe then scores a low-driven free kick. Bottom left-hand corner. Tchouameni makes it 2-1 with a lovely strike. Then obviously Barcelona being Barcelona, having Ferran Torres score the goal to make it 2-2. And then in extra time, Jules Koundé with the best goal of the night in my opinion. Amazing strike, amazing finish. The right back, by the way, makes it 3-2. Barcelona, 118 minutes in. Now, the controversial topic of all this was the foul at the end. In my opinion, that's not a foul. Mbappe didn't even touch Martinez. Or Martins, whatever his name is. Didn't even touch him. Inigo Martin literally didn't get touched in the face. He didn't get slapped. It was more of a trying to hustle. Falls back, holds his face like this. Mbappe did not go. If he did that, then that would have been a foul, 100%. He didn't even do that. That should have been fun to play on. Rudiger showing his frustration. Throw something at the referee. Now that is a red card. I'm not going to deny the fact that that isn't. That is a clear red. You can't throw something at the referee. Now there was build up to this game about the referee and how he's a Barca fan, which is true. How he hates Real Madrid, which is also true. The SPREF, the Spanish Refereeing Association, didn't decide to change the referee for this game. VAR had to overturn one of the penalty decisions. Asensio didn't take down Rafinha. That was a dive. Rafinha stretched out his leg to try cause contact. There was no contact. Rafinha gets booked for diving. The decision gets overturned. Correct decision by VAR. There was no penalties this game given. There was one what could have been given but was offside in the build-up. Mbappe in the last few minutes, offside. Brahim Diaz was offside in the build-up. Mbappe gets tackled, clear pen, offside obviously was the occurring incident before the actual foul took place, hence why, no penalty. This was one of the best games I've ever watched in the last few weeks. I loved this game. And the fact that it started so late as well was not good. I mean, it started late as fuck for me. Like, I don't know why they started at 10 p.m. Central European time. Don't know why. Like, you had other time slots to start the game at, like 8 p.m. UK, 7 p.m. UK. Not, I don't know why they start at 10 p.m. Central European time. That's 9 p.m. for me. So at the end of the day, it's late as fuck for people. And I don't know why they do this, because you want to attract more people, right? And that's the aim of it, yeah? Like, having it at a good time where it attracts people. And I don't think having it at 10 p.m. Central European time, 11 p.m. Eastern European time, for example, is a good idea. Because what you're doing then is making people stay up late, especially if they started in the morning, you're kind of just lowering down the views. And at the end of the day, you're not going to have many eyes. You'll have a lot of people now decide, oh shit, I can't watch it live, so I'm going to just watch some highlights. Now, I had the pleasure of watching it in the UK, so that wasn't the issue, obviously. But they need to schedule stuff better. I've said this about the Premier League scheduling. I've said this about a lot. Okay, I've complained about scheduling for a while, and it isn't just the Premier League with the issues. It's the Spanish association, the people who run the Copa del Rey, the Super Copa, La Liga. They're part of the problem. For example, you had a La Liga game happen on the 27th of March, which, if you didn't know, was one day, what was near the end of the international break, but because people are still returning, they couldn't have a full squad available. Fuck off, Moth. And at the end of the day, you have players unavailable. Sorry about me absolutely trying to find a Moth. Fuck Moth. Spard Boy with Big 25. And it really just caused issues. You had Osasuna come out and complain about how Barcelona was starting a player who just came back literally right away, and according to Spanish FA's rules, there's a certain time radius on when you can start or put a player on your bench from when we just came back from an international break. And with them breaking that rule, they didn't do anything about it. But still, that wasn't a very technical result of a Barcelona 3-0 win. So, yes, and that's not the only incident. Obviously, tonight is another one with the time scheduling. And that kind of ruined it for me, I feel like. It was a good final. I loved it. I loved watching it. But the way they schedule this is so poorly scheduled, and Hansi Flick did actually come out last week, I think it was, talking about the issues with the scheduling, which he's right about, by the way, and they need to improve. A lot of FAs need to improve. Like the Premier League scheduling, the FA, the SPFA, the Spanish Footballing Association. Like, we need to improve on the actual scheduling and the actual time slots available and the gaps between games. For example, I'm pretty sure it was Real Madrid who had their game against Alaves not moved, although it was 48 hours before a UCL game. UCL, and that is the issue. They do not schedule correct. They favour scheduling towards some teams compared to others, in my opinion. I don't think the Premier League scheduling is as bad. Sorry, not isn't as bad. It's bad, but not as bad as the PFA. But at the end of the day, if you want to put in more numbers, if you want to make sure that the well-being of the players is good, schedule it correctly. Give teams 72 hours between each game, not 48. These small things can really change a lot. And it was a really good final. Loved it. Lamine Yamal, what a player, by the way. Baller. Guler, baller. I think Szczesny, still at the age of 36, by the way. 35, 36. He's still got it. Like, Szczesny is one of the best goalkeepers in Europe at the moment, based on the stats, based on form. And also, Szczesny still got at 37, 36 years old, but credit to him, to be fair. And yeah, I thought I'd make a review about it. I do think the SPR, the Spanish Refereeing Association, needs to improve with the of choosing what referees referee per match, because it can rig a game if the referee isn't fair on certain decisions, and that did kind of hurt the game a little bit near the end. Real Madrid complaining yesterday about referee. Full valid for that, by the way. I support that. Especially after watching tonight in certain occasions. But yes, guys, that's going to be the end of your Barcelona versus Real Madrid review. Barcelona does take home the Copa del Rey. I'll be back tomorrow after the Liverpool-Tottenham game, doing a review for that and Bournemouth-Man United. Because I'm not doing the uploads tomorrow. If you think I am, then you're crazy. Monday, there's a special announcement video coming out tomorrow. On Monday. And another video on Monday. There'll be 2 uploads. With the announcement coming out in the evening, there'll be a video before that during the day. But yes, guys, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and peace!